Quite often I would make a video about Thailand, and especially one city called Pattaya. Now, for me, Pattaya takes about 6 hours to get to by flying and by taxi from my home here. I live in Siem Reap, Cambodia, so I can get to the airport in 40 minutes, the flight over 40 minutes, immigration 40 minutes, and an hour and a half on with a taxi down to there. Now, I would say, if you're a young person and a young male, don't take your girlfriend to Pattaya. Take her to somewhere else nearby, like Jontium. You can spend 1 or 2 nights in Pattaya, but don't spend there the whole time. The reason being, it's going to be the temptation there. There are going to be 1,000, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands girls who do work in bars and nightclubs or freelance by themselves on the street, ready for you to use their services. Now, if you do go and you're a young man and you're like 25 or 30, if you're single, fantastic. You can knock yourself out, and maybe a whole night, for example, including beer. Let's say you have, let's be really crazy and go 10 beers. That's like 900 baht, which is about 30 something dollars that you would pay. And if you want the ladies drinks, they're 140, 150 each on average. Let's say 150, you have 10 of those, that's 1,500, which is, you could say, like $45. Then so for your drinking and the ladyship companion in most of these bars and gentlemen clubs is 1,000, 2,400, which is going to be, what is that? About 70, maybe 80 kind of dollars. That it depends on the ratio of the baht. Then if you want all the additional things that you can do, then the cover charge may be something like, oh God, I don't know, like 1,000, and then the time spent together is going to cost another bit of money. So for a whole night, you could actually possibly say over $100 there. And that's for a young man, a single. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. Think of it in America, how much does it cost to go out now? Now, I know most of my audience is like from the USA, about 60%, and the average age is from 55 to about 85 years old. So if you, let's say you're a young guy, you have a girlfriend back home and you're out with your friends for 2-3 weeks in Thailand, for example, you're going to be tempted. The temptation is going to be there. You're going to get drunk one night because the beer is a lot cheaper compared to the USA or the United Kingdom. It's such a different lifestyle, and the girls will treat you like a king, and you'll possibly fall to the temptation. What I would say, boys, make sure you wear a bit of plastic around your willy. So you don't want to come back with some STD and then your girlfriend is going to be absolutely mad. In Pattaya, you could say it's a little bit like Vegas. What happens in Pattaya stays in Pattaya. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Similar kind of situation. But I was watching one guy who does videos quite often about this city, and it says Las Vegas is like very business orientated, but the girls in Pattaya actually, well, it makes you feel that they have been your girlfriend for a long time, etc., etc. There's many different reasons and there's many different stories that these girls have to do it because they don't have a high salary. They can get a very nice salary from it as well. Some can get something like $10,000, $20,000. Yes, I did say that, per month. And some of the Pattayas, or the citizens there, or the foreigners who live there, would grade these girls from 1 to 10. And you could say the girls who do get the very high salary is going to be 10. Lady boys, yeah, they get the same amount of money. And why there's many lady boys there? Because men want to try a lady boy or whatever. But you can actually go there, and there's I mentioned in one video before or after this that there's great shopping there. If you like shopping, you like a bargain, there are many bars that you can sit and just watch the world go by. And there's no girls in that bar, so you don't feel intimidated. They just leave you alone. I'm quite happy on some nights just to go to a small bar and just sit there where there's no ladies working there and just watch the world go by. It's the atmosphere. I'm not into nightclubs or live bands. Well, I do like live bands if they play the music really well, but it's okay, but the quality is not exactly there. But it's just having a beer and listening to some great music from an average kind of band is fine. If it was a really good band, let's say if it was in Planet Hollywood, then you would expect a better kind of band, but usually they're sort of okay. So you do have the girlfriend. You don't really want to take her to Pattaya because of temptation. She would sort of feel embarrassed and intimidated. Not always, but it can be some of the case. A great idea would be to take her to Jontium. Jontium is just literally about a 10-minute bus ride away. And there's so many hotels, so many quieter bars, and a beautiful and it's not a busy beach, and you can just spend the whole day there or by the hotel swimming pool. It's a lot cheaper, and there's lots of restaurants there to enjoy. Yeah, and maybe occasionally, as I said before, you can go to Pattaya, take the bus there. They near enough run like 24/7. And then you can enjoy some of the excitement, but you wouldn't want to go there every single night. But if you were a single guy or your girlfriend's back home and you're out with the boys, out with the lads, then you would say, hey, 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 Pattaya, here I come. And many people do get addicted to this city, maybe because they're single and it's not exactly an expensive place compared to other places that you can go to, like Hong Kong or Singapore or let's think of another place, or New York City, where it costs you an arm and a leg to go out. You just walk outside, you just lost $100, bam, just disappeared. There are many other countries to go to in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines or here, Cambodia or Vietnam. And a lot of them sort of offer the same kind of excitement. Here in Siem Reap, it doesn't really exist. Of course, there are some people who does that kind of business, but you can go to Ho Chi Minh or Saigon in Vietnam, and it's a similar experience, but it's more quieter. You can go to Angeles City in the Philippines, and they do have a lot of choice there, you could say, but it's not as wild and whatever. But that's your choice. If you go to Hanoi in Vietnam, Hanoi is a beautiful city, or used to be a beautiful city when I worked there a long time ago, 98 to 99. And but now it's more touristy. Visas are easy to get. There's a better airport. There's better transportation systems, etc., etc. So this is your choice when you come to Southeast Asia. If I was young, let's say 25 years old, and I just finished university, for example, I had a couple of months free, I would go backpacking here. Yes, it would be Thailand, not necessarily Malaysia, not necessarily Singapore, but I would go to places like Vietnam, Cambodia, maybe Laos as well. But I think most people would spend a lot of time in Thailand, in Bangkok, in Pattaya, in Chiang Mai, in Phuket, maybe some excursions into the countryside, etc., or whatever. Then they may take the bus to come here, then they can take the bus to go to Ho Chi Minh, then they can have the long journey all the way up to Hanoi. There's more things to see in Hanoi than I would say in Ho Chi Minh. You can see the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, for example, and it's a city of lakes. There's so many beautiful things to see and do there. And that would be my choice, about 2 months. How much would you spend for a 2-month vacation? I don't know. If you backpack, then 3,000. And do be careful with your cash. I don't know if traveller checks are still there. I would make sure you have two 2 ATMs, 2 bank cards, and 1 credit card. Because some places won't take the direct debit cards, but they will take the credit card. So if you lose one, you have another one, and that's the whole thing there. And do be careful with the ATMs, because like in the UK, like in the USA, like other countries, there are some scams. In Thailand, one thing to be careful of with the ATMs is the cash comes first. You take out the cash, then your card comes out second. But there's no noise. So cash, wait. I've done this experience and I made a huge mistake, but luckily I didn't have much money in the bank account that I took the money out of, and I just lost the card, and I think I lost maybe like $100, maybe $3 or $4 out of it. So do be careful with the ATMs in these places. They do have bank charges, and they may have an ATM fee as well. So if you are going to take money out, take out the most that you want to. Don't take out, let's say, $10 or $20, for example, because that's going to cost you the same amount in bank fees. But again, in Thailand, ATM, the cash comes out first, yeah? Put it in your pocket, then the card will come out. In most countries, the card will come out first with a noise, like a beeping noise, then the desk drawer will open. Sometimes they won't work, then make sure you get the telephone number of the bank, and you can go to the bank and tell them the situation. They can go and check on their records, for example, what has happened. One time here, I went to an ATM, I was going to take out $200, and then it said can't do it, but then they charged me. But then within seconds, because you have the mobile banking as well, it was reimbursed into my account. So it can happen because the machine was not in order, or it didn't have any funds in it, and it didn't lock itself down. We live in the computer age with that. So enjoy going to Thailand and all these other places. And the title of this, don't bring your girlfriend to Thailand, Pattaya, or don't get caught, or don't bring your boyfriend. It's a single person's paradise. Have a happy day wherever you are. I've just been waffling on, and I hope you do like these videos. So a thumbs up, a share, a comment, and any support, you can do it in the links in the description below. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. I will be making videos between now and Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And I will be making videos between now and the New Year as well. I'm just sitting down here, just having a cup of coffee, just enjoying my Saturday afternoon. God bless to all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. Happy traveling.